Hello once again. This is Brother Teacher. Happy, happy 4th of July to all of you that are watching right now. Let me get that out the way. And while I'm doing that, happy birthday to my mother, whose birthday is today as well. Happy 4th of July, Mom, and 81st birthday. This video uh, I'm doing as a request from one of my followers on how to detox. What I did was went through my notes. I know the answer because I live this every day for the most part, but I want to make sure that I don't leave anything out, just doing it off the cuff, so to speak. So I want to look at my notes. I could sit here and talk to you for quite a while about detoxification and talk to you about my research and my discoveries on this thing we call our bodies. However, sometimes we need a little reminder so that we don't leave anything out. So first of all, let's first understand that we live in a toxic world. And things are not the way they were when the Creator, the Most High, made this planet. He made it perfectly, and He prepared it for life to exist virtually forever. But it was not until man entered the picture and he began to create things, nuclear weapons, satellites, chemicals in laboratories, cell phones, all manner of creations by virtue of their imagination and so forth. We have polluted the planet to a great degree, so much so that a lot of that affects us in a very unhealthy way. So there's toxins in the environment, the air, the water, and the food supply. So we have to be vigilant about our health. That's a long story. I won't delve any further into that. I'll just get to the crux of the matter. Your toxic body. Many of us have, or most of us have, accumulated toxins in our bodies externally and internally. Externally from the environment, again, through absorption, inhalation, and also through ingestion, taking food that has been ultra processed, adulterated, chemicals and so forth. Not to mention smoking, tobacco, and taking all manner of drugs. We poisoned our bodies to a great degree. However resilient our body might be, oftentimes it cannot withstand the onslaught of the chemical accumulation over years. So your toxic body, my toxic body, let's first understand this, the causes of a toxic body. The food we eat that's processed, that causes our body to become toxic. The water, full of chemicals. The air we breathe, from the chemicals in the air, from manufacturing and industrial chemicals in the air, just from production. Waste material, automobiles, planes, trains, all of the things that's spewing chemicals in the air that we breathe. Alcohol consumption, yes. Pharmaceutical drugs. Another big one is the lack of physical exercise. Man doesn't exercise like they did as children, especially in America. That's not a normal thing for most people to do anymore because we have all of these conveniences, all of these shortcuts to everything that we do. Lack of sunlight and fresh air for many and most of us. Poor state of mind and anger, even depression, causes a toxic body. Now, here are some of the things that are signs of your body being toxic. Constant belching, gas and bloating, constipation. That means that your food does not move through your digestive system and elimination tract steadily as it should. It's being held up. When you have regular headaches, if you have a big or fat belly, having bad breath and even body odor, out of the ordinary, that is, having acne and skin rashes. If you're constantly tired and fatigued, that's a sign of a toxic body. If you're constantly eating and craving foods and snacking on a regular basis. Headaches, if I did not already mention that. You have a problem losing weight. And lastly, mood swings and bad attitudes on a regular basis. Those are things that are signs that your body could be toxic or maybe is toxic. Now, here are some remedies, if you will. These are elements and foods that can help detox your body. I give these out on a regular basis, but let me say this before I read this list on detoxification. Even things that you can take in to relieve the detoxification, or to relieve you of the toxic materials that's in your body. Excuse me for getting caught up there. Listen here for a second. I have found a significant amount of people that say they want help. Now, right now I'm talking about toxicity in the body, but help in any regard as it relates to health. And here's the problem that I have, is that many of these people want you to hold their hands like they're children. You'll give them information and they keep on badgering you about the next step and the next step and the next step and the next step. But they don't want to do any work on their own. That sounds like they want an instant fix, an instant answer, instant gratification as it relates to health. It doesn't work that way. Good health requires you do some work. Just like it took time for you to accumulate your bad habits over time, the repetitive lifestyle that you lived over time, and then your body breaking down and becoming overwhelmed by these toxic materials that we've been exposed to and putting in our bodies for years. It doesn't go away in a day. It's a process as well. So you must do your own due diligence and some research on your own, and don't just intellectually understand what it takes, what it is and what it takes to bring your body back to homeostasis, or as close to it as possible, or as you possibly can. You have to be patient and you have to be committed. That's the real truth. So let me tell this to you. Here's some things that you must do. Bentonite clay is good for helping detox the body. Don't ask me how much and how often should I do it. I mean, I can answer the question, but we're all different. And you should be on your own journey, your own individual journey. So please do some work on your own. I'm giving you part of the answer. The most important part, that's what I'm giving you right now. You have to do the work. So bentonite clay activated charcoal is another one. Spirulina and chlorella. One is a cyanobacteria, that's the spirulina, and the chlorella is blue-green algae. Turmeric, the spice, found in a lot of Indian cuisines, meals, prepared meals. That's good for inflammation and pain. I'll throw that at you. Cayenne pepper helps move the blood. Garlic is a natural antibiotic. It's a natural blood thinner as well. Garlic, been around a long time. Ginger root helps fight cancer, especially prostate cancer. Yes, it does. Ashwagandha is something that helps with circulation. It helps bring the body back into balance. Helps with stress relief. It helps strengthen the thyroid and the adrenal glands. Milk thistle. Milk thistle is a great one also. It helps to detoxify the liver, especially. That's one of the biggest healing herbs that you can use for your liver and kidneys. And lastly, dark green vegetables. Kale, dandelion, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, parsley. Now, if you forgot anything, you shouldn't. Just go back and watch my video again. But again, I want to encourage you. If you really want to lose weight, if you really want to avoid cancer, and maybe even mitigate cancer if you already have cancer on some level or some other disease, the most important thing that you must remember is this. Many of us, most of us, was not born with disease and cancer. I say many of us, and most of us were not. I know there are exceptions, but for those of us that were not, most of what we acquire is the result of the environment and what we put in and on our bodies. If you change your lifestyle, you will change the results that you have been receiving over time, over years. So lifestyle change is not easily done for many, because it's hardwired in us, our habits. And many of us don't want to let go of some of the habits that we've acquired over time. But do you want to be healthy or not? That's the real question. And the real answer is, if you do want to be healthy, then just do it. It's that simple. That was it, and that was all. If you do have questions, I will try my very best to answer and address your questions as it relates to this subject on detoxification of a toxic body. Brother Teacher out. So long.